Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. Whatever time it might be, welcome back to my garage. It has been a project in the making, but we're finally here. We got parts quickly off of Amazon Prime, 2 days, no problem. In other parts, they came from directly China itself, which took weeks it seemed like. But we should have everything here to fire this bad boy up. This thing has been the project in the making for a while now, but I'm happy to get it going, get it finished, and keep moving on with other projects with the scoop. So today I'm going to run through the quickly of the wiring and also the tubing of the engine, just because a lot of people have asked. And then we're going to fire it up and put this whole thing back together once again. So let's get stuck into this program, get it finished up, and get this project on the road. So for tubing with the engine, you're going to have one port right here on the intake boot. This is going to be where the vacuum line is created. It's going to go up, and this is going to be the very basic setup. You're going to have a T right here. So half of it's going to go to the carburetor, and that's going to operate the diaphragm right on the top with the needle. And the other half is going to go up into the gas port, and that's going to be vacuum operated also, and it pumps the gas from the tank down into the carburetor. That's the very basic. You're going to have a tubing over here, which has not been installed yet, and this is just a vacuum gas release for the engine, so it doesn't build up pressure. On some, it goes into a recycling can over here with a whole bunch of junk, but for mine, I just have a vent to the atmosphere or vent to the air, and it just has a tube that runs from top down to the bottom, and it just vents right to the bottom of the scoop. So the battery's charged. I think we're ready to fire this thing up. Everything looks good. I went over it one last time. I got a can of starting spray to help me out since this is the first time starting. I think right here we're good. Let's go ahead and see if this fires up. I'm gonna turn this on, get it primed, get it ready. A little bit of starting spray right into the carburetor. Brakes, good. Start to turn. Woo! Oh, she sounds loud. So she's running a little bit rough, which is expected of a new engine, especially because it hasn't been tuned yet with the carburetor. I pretty much just tossed it in, and it's probably set at the typical engine size instead of this behemoth of the largest size you can get besides boring out the case. So what I'm thinking now is I'm going to go ahead and check the spark plug to see exactly what the engine is running like. It's going to show me if it's running lean or if it's running too rich. And it's going to tell me where I need to tune the carburetor. And it looks like it has some fouling on it. So definitely running rich. I can adjust the carb for that. I'll put in a new spark plug and keep adjusting and get that carburetor just right. And there we go. It started out a little bit rough, used a little bit of starting fluid to get it going, just get that fuel rolling, and it's running. Man, was this a project. I mean, parts came in from all over, and I kept having to go part after part after part, but it should be done. All I need to do is throw on some panels, tune the carburetor. If you haven't seen how to tune a carburetor, link right up here, done it plenty of times. It's just balancing the idle jet, the main jet, and of course, figured in something, the CVT. That's right. So all those go into play. You just tune it out. Like I have the wideband tuner on it, or the wideband sensor. Helps out 100%. If not, there's a whole guide to it. So as always, thank you very much for watching and sticking with me as I get this project done. I should have 1 week left, and I'm racing it down the road. But as I say always, and I mean it straight from the heart, ride safe, drive safe, and please keep at least 2 wheels on the road.